Happy Monday. Here we go, starting a whole brand new week. Are you ready? I hear there's some people going, yay! And there's some people going, shut up. Well, this is our first Monday after spring break. So, it was a little bit tough jumping up when that alarm went off. But hey, we got this, right? It's going to be beautiful today, right? Yay! So, today, the thought for the day has to do with Christians who are always thinking, what can I get away with? Have you ever met those people who are just consistently trying to figure out how they can break the rules or either bend the rules or just push it right to the limit and yet still be within whatever law they're trying to follow? There's a lot of people who do that, people who speed and only slow down when they say a cop. Technically, you're breaking the law. You're just not getting caught, right? Okay, well, it's the same thing with Christianity. There's so many people out there who are constantly trying to figure out, well, I can do this or I can do that. Just how far can I push this? How much can I get away with and still technically be a Christian? Well, this is a really big topic and I could try to talk about this forever. But it's really just something to think about. In the book of Nehemiah, he sets a very good example of being a Christian. He's offered like an expense fund to help rebuild the temple. He's offered the governor's fund where he could basically do whatever he wanted to with it. But he was sent there to rebuild the temple after the Israelites had been exiled and now they finally returned back and they rebuild in the temple. Well, he's in charge of it. He could expense things out. Boy, he could be having a steak every night. He could be doing whatever he wanted to. But you know what? He knew where these taxes came from. These taxes were collected from the people. It had put them in a bind, put them in a hardship. The taxes were collected in a manner that made other people suffer. And he said, you know what? No thanks. I'll figure out another way. I'm not going to take something that wasn't attained honorably. Well, we should listen to what Nehemiah did and use that as a really good example of what we are and are not supposed to do. Because as a general rule, if you have to question whether or not it's something you can get away with, maybe there's your answer. Also, the closer you get to God, the closer you know what he wants from you. It's not about studying a book of rules. It's about knowing, feeling it inside. When you're in a relationship with someone, you're really close to someone, or you're close to your sister or your brother, your child or your parent, you ever get to that point where you can finish each other's sentences, where you know what they're thinking, you know what they're about to say, you know how they would react in any situation? It's a great feeling, isn't it? Somebody can come up and say, what would so-and-so do in this situation? Oh, I know exactly what they would do, right? Because you're that close to them. So put that in a context of your relationship with God. We fail sometimes to realize that this is a relationship with God. This is not some ruler telling us what to do. We're his children. He loves us and he wants a relationship with us. And the closer you get to God, the more you just know. You just know what he wants. And the closer you get to him, your desire is to please him. You don't have to worry about, oh, is this right or that right? Because you won't have a desire to do something that's not right. This is a profound thing to think about. When you're that close to God, when your walk is strong and steady, you know what he wants from you. You know exactly what to do and what not to do. And you don't have to read a rule or study a rule to figure it out. And Joshua 1:8, time to put those glasses back on. He is talking to us and he instructs us, study this book of instruction continually, meditate on it day and night, so you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all that you do. So how do we get closer to God? We study his word. It's all there for us. We study his word, and the word is not just a bunch of rules. And so many people have this wrong. They're like, it's just too many rules. I can't. That's not what it's about. Studying his word is about strengthening your relationship. It's about learning God, learning what he wants from us, learning our purpose. And when you figure that out, and when you learn that, and you draw close to God, everything else falls into place. And that's our thought for today.